Well, welcome back. This is the latest update. It's Tuesday, March 24th, and things continue to change. Coming to you from my office again because the county has now issued the stay-at-home, work-safe order that's going to go into effect tonight. Doesn't change things too drastically, but it does change a few things. So again, I'm coming to you from my office, and you can see in the background I have books here too, a lot more at my office, but and some videos and some other things. And if you look over my right shoulder, the all-important M&Ms, because everything goes better with some M&Ms. But in any case, wanted to sort of update you with what is the latest of how things are going and what we're needing to adjust to. Because of the stay-at-home and work safe, we'd had some limited office hours that we were doing last week and had some people coming in to do some things. And until April 3rd, we will be closing the office, except for essential services. Actually, some of those essential services have to do with Meals on Wheels. Meals on Wheels actually is considered an essential service, and they had already switched to just doing deliveries one day a week. They're delivering frozen meals, 5 of them at a time, and they had selected Thursdays in the morning to have people come by and pick them up and deliver them. They did that last Thursday. They'll be doing it again this Thursday. So there will be somebody at the office during those hours. By the way, a number of NAM services, and I know that this is on the NAM website, but would just mention that there are a number of those NAM services that are still considered essential that are ongoing. Meals on Wheels, the Food Pantry, the Joanne Watford Nutrition Center, otherwise known as the Food Pantry, the Family Violence Center, and their hotline is still open 24 hours, Pediatric Health Center, and Emergency Basic Needs. So there are a few things that they're going to postpone: volunteer orientations, back-to-school registration, learning and training center classes, wellness fair. Like everybody else, they're going to reschedule those things that can be rescheduled. But certainly Meals on Wheels is one of those essential things, and we're very happy to host them and be able to continue to do that even through this period. One of those other essential services, the county has asked us to be a site for blood donations. It's serious lack of blood for the blood bank, and they're working very hard on creating a situation where you can give blood safely. We have had such a long-standing history with them, thanks to Ray Raymer in large part, but to others also. They called us and asked if we would be willing to host that, and so we said, of course. And so there will be times when the Bloodmobile is set up there, and you can check the website or their website. Want to thank everybody who last week we were having some office hours and trying to do some creative things. Kid Ministry did some really fun creative things, creating some cards and delivering them around to folks, and also Women's Ministry, and just it was fun. We had some limited folks coming in and picking those things up and being able to deliver them, and that was great fun, and I think very much appreciated by everyone. We're not going to be able to do that, at least while the stay home and work safe order is in order until after April 3rd at least. And want to thank those. Kidmin in particular had a number of our Sunday school teachers and others that work in the Kid Ministry come in and shoot videos. Monday we shot 11 of them, so we have a number of them in the can to be able to post each day. We will probably not be able to do those at the church now, and so those of you who participated in that, thank you very much. And also we're working on figuring out how to use this technology again, where you could record them on your phone and send them to us. We've been getting some very technical questions, what format and all the rest of that. We'll get back to you as soon as we can figure it all out, how to do this. But appreciate everybody jumping in on this, and it I know has been very well received, and people are sending us emails, and very happy to see friendly faces and feel like we're less isolated, because we are still out there, even though everybody needs to be in their home. So those things that were set up are still going to be going on. I've been reading the Chronicles of Narnia, and started with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and we're going to post one of those each day. And actually, last night there were 50 views on that, so I think it's a lot of fun. Hope those are enjoying that. We'll continue to do that, and again, that may be that I start shooting those now from home rather than from the church, but we'll keep doing that. I will have my Lunch and Learn on Friday. Again, that may be from my home. But we'll make those adjustments, and we did that live last week, which was great, and it eventually got posted. We had a little trouble with the technology, but we're working on that. Also, a number of groups, small groups, including the one that my wife and I are in, tried using Zoom as a way to be able to have that meeting, and it really works very well. I encourage you to check into that. It's marvelous that we have this ability to at least stay in touch this way. Look forward to the day we can all get back in the same room and give each other really big hugs. Along those lines, there will definitely be worship on Sunday. We think that the kind of skeleton crew we used last week, again, we'd be able to have that number of people in that room together. But whatever the order is on this and however it works out, we will figure out how to do that. So there will be worship on Sunday. By the way, I want to thank everybody. One of the things that happened in this, we never imagined at the beginning of the year that we would not be able to meet and worship together on Sundays. So we'd never really asked the question. We'd set up means by which people who would prefer to give electronically were able to give their offering that way. And it turns out about a third of the congregation does do it that way. 2/3, however, still do it the old-fashioned way. My wife and I are in that category, where we give the check. And so figuring out a way to do that, really want to thank everybody that is working on that. We had said you could bring it by. Again, now because we're having to close the office, we're going to have to work on a different way to do that. But I appreciate everybody out there working at this and finding a new way to be able to continue to support the ministry here. Our partners in ministry certainly appreciate that, and would encourage you to check into the ways to do that so you can continue to support the ministry that we're trying to do with this incredible technology. Cardia, our school, is busy working on figuring out how to do virtual classrooms with those students. So those teachers were in earlier this week, and I think most of that stuff is getting set up, but that's an ongoing issue. I know they'd appreciate your prayers. And our preschool folks miss everybody and are just waiting patiently, or maybe not so patiently, but we have sprayed the facility, so with the same stuff they've been using at the school, so that'll all be disinfected whenever we have the opportunity to get back together. And a Future and Hope counseling ministries is still obviously functioning. Actually, good news again, I think. I appreciate our society recognizing those are critical functions also. Now, Future and Hope Counseling Ministries has always been able to meet with people electronically, and they're certainly still able to do that. Whether or not they're going to continue to have some office hours is still dependent on figuring out some other things about the stay home, work safe order on this, but they certainly can still be contacted, and encourage you to pass that word to folks. Also, I wanted to mention to you that the office staff really misses you. So on behalf of Kirby and Rachel and Cindy and Phil and Laura and others, they all say hi. Everybody wishes we could get back together, and By the way, I have encouraged them to use this technology, to go ahead and use their phone or take a video and send a message, and we'll be happy to post that on the website. Interestingly enough, I think the biggest roadblock to that has been most everybody discovers they don't like the way they look on video. And all I can tell you is that's how everybody feels. You do get used to it. The best advice I gave them, and I would give to all of you, if you want to take a short video and post that on Facebook for our church Facebook page or something, really is important to see those smiling faces out there. And do remember this. First time you see yourself recorded like that and on video in some fashion or another, I know it's shocking. It really is. You look and go, oh no, that's what I look like when I go, oh no. Best thing I can tell you is, yes, it's shocking the first time you see it. God put you on this side of your eyeballs for a reason. But here's the good news. You've always looked like that to us. It doesn't shock us. We're used to looking at you, and we didn't run out of the room in person, so we really aren't shocked when you see you on video. We just don't usually see ourselves, so it's a little shocking. So I'm trying to encourage them to kind of get over some of that shyness, but I know it's not always easy to do. This is such a changing situation, but God is going to get us through this. And I just encourage you to stay safe, keep praying, especially for our frontline folks who are dealing with this, all the doctors and nurses and the first responders. These are difficult times, and we really don't know how this is going to play out. And it does make a difference. You are contributing by staying healthy. So don't think otherwise. It may not seem like much, but actually it does make a difference. And certainly take the extra time to be praying, and praying that the Lord would get us through this, teach us the lessons that are good lessons to come out of this, but that he would get us through this safely and on to the other side and back to being able to appreciate the gift that he has given us of one another. Keep praying, stay safe, and God bless.